Good morning, YouTube family. It's Coach Erica Janelle. I know I'm trying my best to not have to always do these videos in the car, but it's generally the main time I have to myself where it's peaceful and quiet, and no interruptions from my kids. So I just wanted to come before you guys this morning, and share something that's been on my heart, something that I'm dealing with in my personal journey, for healing and restoration and just walking in the things that I'm believing God for. Um, and that would be just understanding how to know when it's time for you to hit the reset button in your own life. And it's okay to reset. It's okay to want to reevaluate your life and kind of see what directions that you're going in are working for you and what directions you're going in that are not working for you. For me personally, I am really, I feel like I've gotten a little off track, with as far as being able to go full force into my businesses the way that I want to. Toward the end of last year, I had a lot of things going on, um, some really hard things to deal with, and it was very distracting in helping me to stay focused. Now, I'm generally wired to where I take my pain or the things that I'm dealing with in life, and I use those as a catalyst to help push me further in my career and in my business. However, this particular thing was extremely emotionally draining. So I had to kind of step back from everything and put all of my energy and my focus into that situation until it was resolved. And now that I've come out of it, it's still a very painful situation for me emotionally and mentally. So I'm working on just trying to focus on my wholeness as an individual before I dive into all of the things that I'm trying to do in business. And yes, I use my stress and I use my pain to birth my purpose, as Tony Gaskins always says. However, sometimes you do need to just kind of sit still. Um, and for me, that's what I've been doing up until this point, just sitting still. Now I'm ready to hit the ground running with new ideas and things that I want to implement to enhance my businesses, including my life coaching. I have a lot of great, exciting things that I'm going to be sharing with you guys in the upcoming months, about where I'm taking this life coaching and how I'm expanding it to really make a difference. Um, but I just want to encourage you guys to evaluate your life and know when you need to hit the reset button. It's okay. A lot of times, we feel guilty for choosing us. We'll get so caught up. I laugh with some of my friends about the mom guilt thing and how, you feel like you're not doing enough with your kids or for your kids, even though everything that we do is centered around them. Every path that we take, every growth that we try to push in our lives is basically centered around our children. But I am realizing that I have to stop feeling guilty for choosing me. And sometimes choosing me means I have to distance myself from everything around me and everyone around me and really work on my own self love, my own emotional healing, my own mental well being, and my own spiritual well being. And these are things that are paramount in you being able to just live the life that you want to have, being at peace internally. There's nothing that can be described better than having internal peace. I I have to get back to that place in my life, and in order for me to do so, I have to be intentional with my efforts of, working on me, working on my healing, going back to those that I've hurt in the past and apologizing and acknowledging the wrong that I've done and trying to work through the issues that I have instead of just, you know, glossing them over and acting like they don't exist, actually taking the time to work on those areas and develop myself as a better person. Learn from my lessons, learn from my mistakes, and grow from them. It's so challenging sometimes to face yourself and to face your flaws and to look at the things that you need to improve in and the areas that you need to grow in. And it's not an easy task, and it's not a one day or one off type of thing. It's something that you do consistently. So that's the journey that I've been on, from the end of 2020 up until this point now. And every day it's kind of painful. It's painful to face a lot of things. um I encourage you guys to, you know, when you feel like you can't do a lot of this stuff by yourself, this internal work by yourself, maybe look into going to therapy, or counseling or something of that nature. Because a lot of times it just helps for you to have someone that you feel comfortable to talk to and to express and share those things with. And it's good to kind of get a different perspective, because I know for me, I can really beat myself down pretty bad. And sometimes, she helps me to reel it back in and say, you know you really did respond this way because of X, Y, and Z, so give yourself a break, cut yourself some slack. And it does help. So I just encourage you guys to take time to hit the reset button, whatever that means. If it means that you have to take time to um, go and find a therapist, go and find a counselor, sit down and write out the areas of your life where you're not feeling fulfilled, or you're feeling like a heaviness or emptiness, or like those areas are something that you need to still work on. Write those things out and begin to tackle them. As long as we have breath in our bodies, we still have time to make a change. We still have time to do something better, do something different than how we've done it in the past. And it's so important not to be your own worst enemy when it comes to that. Like, allow yourself to heal, allow yourself to grow, allow yourself to go through those challenges and those changes, and grow in them. So I just want to encourage you guys with that. I'm working through this process myself. And I don't have all the answers and everything. I never profess to, but I love to be vulnerable with you guys, because we are all working on becoming the best versions of ourselves. Um, I'm not one of those people that makes a lot of excuses for why I am where I am. I just try to improve where I am. If I don't like it, I try to fix it. So I just want to encourage you guys to do the same and just focus on the things that you have in your control to change. And if it means that you've got to go and get an outside third party person to help you get through it, then it's fine. Don't judge yourself, or don't feel like you're any less than because you go to therapy. I go to therapy every week. I enjoy my therapy even when nothing's going on that's, pretty hard in my life. I still go to therapy because she's also my accountability partner. She keeps me accountable. So if I say I want to get this done by this date, she's like, okay, so have you worked on X, Y, and Z? She keeps me accountable. So even if I'm not going through some type of trauma or a situation that I need to overcome, I still utilize those services, because it's something that it helps me to have that one dedicated person that I can share my insights and thoughts with. And it feels good to have somebody that understands my situation. I don't have to keep explaining it. I'll go from the very beginning. She knows every part of the situations that I'm dealing with, so she knows how to pick right back up where I am. So I encourage you guys to just take the time to work on your internal healing and your wholeness and your self-love. And I promise you guys, we will have a better year than what we've ever experienced when we are intentional about trying to grow and develop and become the best versions of ourselves. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day. And I will be talking to you guys again soon this week. Have a wonderful one.